Welcome to Story and Tales, where African stories, fairy tales, and value-packed stories come alive. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Let's get into the story. They said Mirembe was too beautiful for her own good. Skin like roasted cocoa, eyes that could make the moon shy. Even the wind would stop to admire her as she walked. She was 19 when she came to the city, carrying nothing but a small suitcase, her mother's prayers, and her father's mirror wrapped in cloth. Her father had died 2 years earlier, but before he passed, he sat with her under the old baobab tree and said, "Men will speak, some will stare, others will want what they do not deserve, but you, my daughter, must never let beauty become your cage." She remembered those words, especially when she arrived in the city of Casima. The streets were loud, the buses rude, and the faces distant. But Mirembe found a tiny room behind a mechanic shop. It was owned by Mr Banda, a man in his 50s, with a wide belly and eyes that lingered too long. At first he was polite. He offered her extra time to pay rent. "You don't have to pay the full rent now. Just stay. We'll talk later," he said when she moved in. Mirembe thought he was being kind. She was wrong. He brought her bags of oranges. He even called her "my daughter." But one day, everything changed. It was late. Mirembe was returning from the tailoring shop where she worked. She unlocked her door, entered, and found Mr Banda already inside, holding her father's mirror. "This is a fine mirror," he said, "but you don't need it. Just look at yourself." She froze. He stepped closer. "You're young, alone. You need protection. Let me take care of you in other ways." Mirembe felt her stomach twist. She grabbed the mirror gently from his hands. "Thank you, sir, but I am fine." He laughed, but the laughter had no joy in it, just heat and warning. But one day, he said it plainly, "You don't have to pay rent. Just keep me company once a week, that's all." Mirembe's heart pounded. "Sir, I'm not that kind of girl." His smile disappeared. His tone changed. "You think you're better than the rest? You'll see." After that night, her life became hell. The water to her room was cut off, her electricity disconnected, her rent mysteriously increased. Male tenants started whispering, pointing. When she asked Mr Banda, he only smirked. "Maybe if you smiled more, I'd remember to fix things." He began to linger at her door, pretending to check leaks. He stared through her window when she cooked. He sent her strange texts late at night. Still, she said nothing. She kept working, kept praying, kept looking into her father's mirror each morning. One night, after yet another attempt to pressure her into visiting his house, Mirembe stood outside trembling. She wanted to scream, to run, to give up. But her father's voice came back to her again. "If the world sees your beauty as a weapon, you must carry your dignity as a shield." One morning, she found her door padlock broken, her underwear tossed on the floor. A warning. She ran to the police station. They asked, "Do you have proof?" She didn't. They shrugged. "Maybe you should just move out if you're not comfortable." She cried on the way home, hands trembling, lips sealed. 2 weeks later, Mr. Banda came with men. He threw her into the street. "Tell your story wherever you want. No one will believe you." It rained that night. Mirembe sat outside with a broken phone and no place to go. Her salary wasn't due. Her savings was empty. Hope was vanishing. She went to her friend Aisha, a fellow seamstress. When Mirembe told her everything, Aisha's face darkened. "You are not the first. He tried with me too. I moved out. You should do the same." But where would Mirembe go? She had no savings, no family in the city. Then Aisha gave her a number. "There's a woman named Mama Ruth. She helps girls like us." Mirembe called. Mama Ruth listened quietly and said, "I will come tomorrow. Be courageous." The next day, Mirembe went home and pleaded with Mr. Banda. Mr. Banda, thinking she has finally accepted his request, gave the keys of her room back to her. As expected, that night Mr. Banda came again, this time with boldness. "I've been patient long enough. You either pay or you pay." She stood tall. "I'm not afraid of you anymore." "You think anyone will believe you? I have friends in the police." "Good," she said, "because I brought mine too." From behind the wall stepped Mama Ruth, Aisha, and a social worker. They had a hidden recorder. Everything was captured. Mr. Banda turned pale. Within 2 weeks, he was evicted from his own property. And Mirembe? She moved into a safe communal house run by Mama Ruth. She kept working. She taught other girls how to sew. She even taught them how to speak with their eyes, not just their voices. Years later, Mirembe opened her own tailoring shop. She named it Nacatal Threads, after the village where her father once farmed. On the wall above her sewing machine hung the mirror, cracked slightly at the edge, but still clear. A young apprentice once asked, "Curious, why don't you throw it away and buy a new one?" Mirembe smiled, thoughtful. "Because this mirror doesn't just show me my face. It reminds me of who I am, and who I will never allow the world to make me." Sometimes the world tries to turn beauty into a burden. But when we carry our Father's wisdom, our mother's prayers, and our own voice, we become unbreakable. Like, comment, share, and subscribe for more stories.